Before I agree to it, let's try and dissect the issue. If it's a public display of opulence, should there be a law against that? Against opulence? What there needs to be done is an investigation into the money that he was sharing, foreign currency dollars. You rightly mentioned that, Nana Tufo, that an undisclosed sum. Some, you said, we heard some saying $1,000, $2,000, $10,000. It looked for me like $2,000 when Agradaa was waving it, if they're all $100 bills. So let's, for argument's sake, $2,000. But we saw Sammi Gyamfi enter a car, his car, and remove that $2,000 or so from a bag, a container, having lots of dollars inside there. That's where we should focus our investigation. Don't look at the fruit, look at the tree.
Are you able to confirm if there was lots of dollars in there?
Oh, we can't confirm, but we have eyes.
Perhaps that's what you pulled out was all
I
the
don't want
dollars
us to go off track, Nana Tufo. This one is for public consumption. It's not about whether I can confirm. The thing came out, and interestingly, he did it so brazenly. Can you imagine how much more dollars Sammi Gyamfi is sharing when cameras or the public are not in sight? We are making a lot of, paying a lot of attention on what we saw. I always say, when you catch a thief today, it doesn't mean he started stealing today. And then they say, oh, he's been doing this all this while.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about his generosity.
We've heard.
Yeah, even in the statement, he's admitted to doing the same.
Let's find out about where this generosity is coming from. Sammi Gyamfi on TV3, I think we've all seen the video. Yeah. He said that if you are caught, when I say caught, in possession of money that you cannot account for, that is not commensurate with your salary or income, then to all intents and purposes, you are engaged in money laundering, and then you shall. And he said, not may, not may. The law says you shall. He says, check the memo. You don't check the memo. Talking about Cecilia Dapa on that incident. So, Sammi Gyamfi needs to tell us, per the investigation that should happen, that money, where did it come from? Is it your money? What is your salary? What land did you sell? What car did you sell? Whatever answer you will give, let us look at it, because it's innocent until proven guilty. Am I right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's what the investigation needs to happen. So we can understand Sammi Gyamfi's reason for this generosity. Sadaka is good. Charity, or shamfole, you're giving alms, is well and good. Because he's saying that he's giving to humanity. I have no issue at all with anybody giving charity. The question is, where's the source of your charity? And as a country, we must not sit down, and I'm happy that NDC on social media platforms are waking up and calling a spade, and saying what he's done is disgraceful, is corrupt. This is NDC people. We know each other on the platforms. Because now they see that all their sweat is for nothing, cause 90. Because somebody somewhere, and don't think Sammi Gyamfi is alone. He was the one that was caught. We should not in any way, shape or form think that this NDC appointee is alone. Because the camera has not called the others, so you think it's only the whole political party. Is it only Sammi Gyamfi who's sharing dollars? These are the questions that we need to interrogate. Because Sammi Gyamfi has stated time without number that corruption, when you're so found to be guilty of, and as it should be, I subscribe to the same thing, you are jailed subsequent to you being found guilty of the offense thereon. And once he cannot prove where he got those funds from, you understand? Where is he sitting now? Is it not acting CEO of Gold Board? What is Gold Board's policy? And it's a fantastic policy. I'm fully in support of the policy. You want to buy gold and you're a foreigner, you can't do it here. You can apply, you negotiate, send your dollars to either Gold Board directly or your aggregator. We will then change it into cedis, and then your aggregator, your representative on the ground, can get the gold, and then, in fact, the Gold Board will ship it out to you. Why am I mentioning this? Because suddenly we're having and it's a good policy. Don't get me wrong in my submission. The Gold Board policy is a good policy. So now we see an influx, and a good one, of dollars coming into the country. and we're seeing its effects within the exchange rate mechanism. Am I right? We're seeing the gold reserves also increasing. And who is at the helm of that sector? Is it not Sammi Gyamfi? So this is what you're doing with the gold that is entering gold board. Because as I said, if we continue to focus on, 800, 2,000, some people are saying dollars, Nyamishra. At time my jaw offend. If it is only $2,000 per, don't look at the per. Look at the purse from where the per came from. And there was a bag or some. You saw it. It's not for me to determine what was in there. So how is this a daily basis? You have your Ghana's ATM in your car, your 4x4, and as you go,
isn't that an exaggeration?
What is
Ghana's ATM?
That's what I'm saying. That it's for him to prove that the money is his own personal money.
What Ibrahim is saying, problem why even the statement he's made is issued.
The admission in there.
Because he said that it's not a normal thing he does per his own statement.
Yeah.
So what Ibrahim is saying, if he's inferring from the statement, it's not wrong.
Right.
Because we didn't issue the statement for Sammi. He issued and said, what has been seen and people are angry about is a normal thing that he does.
Yes. Right. Let's say good morning to Victor. Victor Kwajoga Adaudu is a member of the NDC's legal and communications team. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you. Good to have you.
Good
Ibrahim.
So I'll be very brief on my submission so Victor can also have a bite. It's important that as Ghanaians, that's why I'm giving the kudos to the NDC members of the party. Because as for MPP, we'll attack. And we'll attack in a way and manner that speaks to the issue. That's what I want people to do. If you go and attack the personality, then you leave the issue. We're not
so for you, what do you think shall happen?
There should be an investigation. Number one, explain to us where these monies are coming from. Because you do it regularly.
Yeah.
Yes. As my brother just said, he does it regularly. So how much money have you dispersed regularly over the years?
And what's the source of this
And
money?
what's the source of that money? Tell us. These are key. And if we look into those who are funding him, if he's having a job, I think most of us would know. If he's having a business, when those of us who are politically exposed, you'll find that people know what we do privately for enterprise and what have you. And I have yet to hear that Sammi Gyamfi does this. He has this filling station. He's doing whatever it is, let us find out. And Ghanaians, I beg you, in the name of God, let us make this an example. If indeed things pan out and Sammi is found guilty, he's innocent now, of any form of corruption. If we allow it to go, after some time they'll forget about it, then that is to the NDC's own detriment. And I'll tell you why. When you lose an election, you don't lose it in 2028. It's these little drops that, irritate the Ghanaians and say, look at the, the opulence, the arrogance. Were these things not visited on us? Both, I'm talking 2008, MPP.
Yeah.
We lost the election. Then 2016, it's cyclical. All you have to do is speak to the base and say, we didn't like this about MPP in 2008. We went out. Then the same election saying, we don't like this about NDC in 2016. You remember the minister, I think, for gender. Her name will come. She was caught on radio, and a driver recorded her. She said that NDC woman, Victoria Hammer,
right.
If you don't make $1 million in politics, you are stupid.
The deputy communication
Yeah,
Thank
deputy
you.
comms.
So we, as Ghanaians, heard these comments from NDC.
and he was sacked.
And she was sacked.
Yeah.
But the message had gone out that, hey, while we sweat, and now I'm talking to the NDC, while we sweat, if you don't make $1 million, you're stupid. So they say, cha. These are all the things that added value. I'm not saying it's the only thing. To we winning the 2016 elections with a 1.23 million gap between Nana Akufo-Addo and John Mahama. And then 169 seats majority. Are you following me? The same thing has happened MPP as well. So if NDC want to sweep this under the carpet, these are the deposits. Unless you sack Gyamfi, subject to the investigation, of course. I'm not being judge, jury, and executioner. My last 10 seconds. Unless you investigate the matter without covering it up. No covert underhand business. Otherwise, NDC will say, how did we get in 2028? They will want a minibar. What happened? That after all the good work we've done, it had unraveled. It wasn't John Mahama per se who was corrupt in 2016, but all the ministers. You remember the bus branding issue, the Victoria Hammer issue, and I can go on, but this is not the platform for that. Right. You take action now. I'm talking John Mahama. Otherwise, you'll pay for it in 3.5 years' time. I'll leave it there.
Right.